amazing. I'm jealous. Life happened. Other people went in my place. Someday, though, I will go. Excuse me. Whew. Mouth is moist and dry at the same time. That's funny. That's cannabis. Do, 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 do. Do-ra, do.
That my deal like no, I'm not going in there.
There he is.
So the title of this video made me think of a story time. I'm gonna get to the story time, but first let's watch this video.
I just left Planet Fitness, and then this like male employee came up to me and he like pulled me into like one of the rooms. It wasn't obviously like there's no private rooms in Planet Fitness. And he was like, "Oh, several members have complaints to managers about the way you smell." I'm like, "I'm at the gym." He's like, I know, it's not me. And I just, people have already complained to the managers. So the managers told me to tell you. I'm like, what am I supposed to not be stinky like at the gym? And I'm just so confused because I thought Planet Fitness was no judgment. So I'm just very confused about how one is supposed to spend almost 2 hours at the gym and not be stinky. I don't understand that.
First of all, like this is the real issue at the gym though. Just because it's a gym don't mean that you come extra funky to the gym. This isn't church. Don't come as you are. Go take a shower first, or at least have some type of damn, pride in your self-care. And ladies, you can find men at the gym as well. So you should at least try to smell some type of good, some type of acceptable at the least. Yes, you may sweat, but you're not supposed to be funky. Like you're not supposed to be funky. And it's different type of smell between being a little musty and funky. Like your privates may smell some type of way.
And for you, Lord, you said you saw that clip. Did you see this knucklehead? Yeah, I'm Stacy, or did you happen to just see the clip? The realest of the real talk is, yeah, like you don't have to go to the gym fresh out the shower, yet you ain't got to be in the gym smelling like you just finished cutting the grass either. There's a thin line between love and stank, I guess. But anyway, we'll get back to it.
Private smell some type of way. That's a whole nother beast. We ain't gotta be doing that. That go for men and women. Men, there are some great colognes that you can use at the gym that has a nice little smell, and you do your thing. You ain't gotta burn nobody's nose off, but you still can be at the gym smelling pretty well. Ladies, please, get your shit right. I don't know what could be suggested for y'all at the gym, but ladies that's watching this video, go ahead and suggest some things, some nice fragrances to wear at the gym that's subtle.
Ma'am, did you say turtle tank water? Why? Where'd you find turtle tank water? The topic is dusty musties. No, the, the topic is who and what y'all coochie cape and faux out here. We're gonna get into it. There's a couple of other videos. Usually I do 3 case studies so we have a well-rounded discussion when we have these discussions. But we're talking about what you're really caping for, what it is that we're not seeing that's actually happening in the world, and how we can do better so that this shit don't happen at all. If Carter says females really out here smelling like basula, man, stop. I can't. Okay, back to the conversation.
And be vibing the right way.
Fair
But
use. Thank you,
shit,
Stacy.
let me tell
Young
y'all my
sir,
little
you
story
haven't
time. This
tagged
is
me
about
yet, and I
funky
appreciate you
smells and
for
shit
that,
like
young
that.
man.
Dog, so when I was in college, bruh, I had to pull like a bad one. I pulled a bad one this around the time when I was ignorant as hell and thinking that light skins were like the only thing like that gave you status if you put a nice looking light skin. I was super fucking
Peace,
ignorant when I was a
Ivana.
jit.
How's your
But
spirit? Thank you
yes,
for
so I'm
joining.
from Miami, and we had Liberty City down here, the city. Now at the point of time we was up in college, and this girl was up there as well, and she was a girl from the city. Now, as I'm talking to her and stuff like that, I'm like, oh yeah, she fine as fuck. All my homies like, hey, you got you one, you feel me? So we fucking with each other, we vibe and everything going good. Now, finally comes a time that we getting close to smashing. And this right here is a big important factor. She knows all of like the it girls from my high school. She knows the it girls, and
Okay, so listen, y'all. I got a story from when I was a resident advisor in college. On the other side of the second video, someone remind me, one of the mods put it in the chat so that I'll put a pin in it or something. But yeah, anyway, y'all got to remind me. I got a story on my own to tell you. But he said, Brother Raziq said, how many of you ladies eat pork and drink milk? Okay. He said, the songs are by an underground blues band named, oh, Babe, talking to April about Dirty May. Shout out to talking about folks you know. She said, also watching that Ars Quantum females out here smelling like baby wipes. And okay. Ooh, Father Jesus, getting back over here to it. Okay. Fair
I'm the
use once
cool dude
again.
at a point in time. At a point in time, I'm also the weed man and shit like that. So I used to come around there, all the girls they either lit at the parties. I'll have the bottles and shit. They the ones that smoke. I'll give them a couple buds so they get right and stuff like that. Everybody vibing, having a good time. You feel me? I'm that dude and shit. So I'm trying to keep my face clean. So that's how I'm moving. That's how I'm vibing and shit. So boom. So one night we finally get to my crib. Well, one night we get to my crib and shit, and we vibing big time heavy, and we doing the foreplay thing and all the good shit. And it's we about to go ahead and get to the home base. So I'm doing my shit. I'm kissing everywhere. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Pepe Le Pew. And I get to a certain area and it's Pepe Le Pew for real. As I'm kissing and I'm getting closer and closer to the spot, and I get smacked with a very smell, and I'm like, it's about 1:30 a.m. I know my roommates ain't cooking no fish right now, and they are cooking some fish. That's some strong ass fish. Why the fuck is the smell in my room? What the fuck? So I keep on kissing and kissing and dipping and dipping and getting lower and lower, and the smell is getting stronger and stronger, and I'm like, what the fuck? Now the whole time leading up to this point, I am rock solid, hard like a rock, like the damn Chevrolet fucking commercials. I'm ready to go. My nigga, I realized the smell is running coochie. My shit look like Popeye before the spinach, man. That shit just... Now I'm like,
oh, young man,
fuck. Now in my mind, the first thing my ass do is like, damn, this stink ass pussy, and I don't know how to tell her. I don't want to tell her that it stank. Now I'm just sitting here like looking like I got a lump dick and can't smash. But the reason why is because it stank. So I'm just like, fuck. I just don't say nothing. I get up and I just lay down. We cuddle up. And I think it's just the fucking most awkward shit ever. We just cuddle up and I go to sleep, and I'm just like, at a point in time, I'm more so thinking like, damn, I that shit was an immediate turn off, but she gonna be going to tell her friends that I couldn't get on hard. So that's what I was more so thinking.
Okay. Your biggest concern is that she gonna go and tell people that you couldn't get it up versus that you was that close to that tank. By the way, is this coochie caping right here? Listen to the rest of the conversation now. This video's got about 3 more minutes in it, a little under that. Now y'all tell me whether or not that's coochie cape. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm gonna drink some water anyway. We're gonna get back to it. Thank you again. Fair use, y'all.
Rather than thinking that,
Please hit the like
her
button. Thank
pussy
you.
was so stink as hell. Like, I can't expose her, so I just gotta eat that. And I'm just like, damn, all her friends know me. All her friends gonna be thinking that I got the limp dick. When I should just told her, hey, we should probably go and take a shower. Which probably would have been a good thing to do because she probably wasn't expecting to give it up that day. So that's probably why I smelled like that. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't
That was
think it should
nice.
ever smell like that. I don't think that's like no. I don't think. I don't think a shower could fix that, guys. All right, fellas, I don't think a shower could fix that. That was a tough one, man. I had some rough experiences before I got to my lady right now. I love my lady, man, that I got now. And I'm glad I don't have experienced none of these horrible stories at all, man. I had some horrible times, man. I'm very, very, very appreciative of what I got going on now. But if you guys have had any similar experiences to that, I was at a point in time, I think I was 19 years old, so definitely stupid, thumbing in mind. Ah, man, god damn, that was a crazy situation, bro. Yup. And to this day, I still kind of feel nervous when I go around the friends. They probably feel like I couldn't seal the deal, man. And it is what it is, though, man. I had to protect myself. My dick was like, no, nigga, we're not fucking that. My dick was like, no, I'm not
Uh-uh.
going in there.
You couldn't get
I'm
me.
not going in there. I don't care what you trying to do. I'm not going in there, my guy. I don't
Encounter
know
said a
what's in there.
GYN, not a
Do
shower.
you smell that?
Amen.
I'm not going in there. My dude was trying to tell me, bro, like, hey, no. Hey man, I'm gonna get up out of here though, man. It's your boy Stacy. Hey, check out all my merch at Stacy.shop. That's the home of my merch collection. The Purpose collection is out now, and the Conditional Love collection is still out too. 20% off every single.
You guys, please make sure that you go and leave a comment under his video and give it a like because actually I'm going to end up using two of his videos tonight, I believe, because the second one, well, just wow. Daniel and I watched it earlier, and it's the one that I really need to show you. Um, it's just much. We might need some lightheartedness on the other side, so I have something a little bit lighter on the other side. Yet, one is this coochie caping, and then two, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all my story now. Brother Raziq says, if a chick disrespect me like that, I'm blocking her number and all her social media. Think it's a game. Okay. When I was a resident advisor in culinary school, I had a fellow classmate come up to me to tell me about another young woman who was one of the students in my housing section and was also a culinarian. That he had gone to her house one night uh, to spend time with her. And he didn't even get as far as this young man down into that general vicinity. Like he was up in this area, and the smell of the taint came up to him, and because I was her resident advisor, he felt it was my duty to say something to her about her her scent. And yet, to be honest, I didn't smell her. It sounded like I'm all up in her face and whatnot, and I don't really see her because she's in the lower class than I am. And I'm like, brother, what you want me to do? What am I supposed to say? Then I had another employee male who had a scent problem, and I had to deal with that situation as well. Y'all, there are people out here who don't know that they're scented, and me being a former big person, I'm always checking for the in the if it's a skin fold or a flap or a thingy, I'm trying to check for it. I am not trying to be about that bullshit. You're not gonna catch me up in here and y'all talking about me like this. Nah. And then I gotta go to the bathroom behind you and smell you. Bruh, dead, I can't take it. That is just uh-uh. Let's talk about how you need to clean yourself better. I apologize to you that your parents didn't tell you and I have to. But now we got to have this conversation. It's you. Woo. You just anyway, y'all. I done sorry. My apologies. I went a little over. I went a little overboard. I forgive me. It's been a long time since I had to think about that. Okay, so I'm gonna get this next one set up, and then we'll get into it. Again, like I said, please make sure you take a moment to check the videos, but to go over and comment because I don't normal. I try not to use too many of the same videos from one content creator. Yet this one I didn't see anywhere else. I'll get the rest of the comment in there in just a second. Let's see. Brother Raziq says, da, 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 is it coochie caping if she got a bush gardens down there? If you choose not to tell and you let her friends believe that you can't get it up, hey, you're ready for a real good time. Ow. We can blow your mind. Ow. Time. Anyway, if you're gonna let the world believe that you can't get it up so that no one has to know that her hoo ha is stanky, that's coochie caping. Yeah? No? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so we're gonna get into this other one here. Ta-da! Shout out to yeah, I'm Stacy. Fair use for educational purposes on communication. Stop
That's the
caping
first shot.
for these broads.
The
Hold
second
on,
one I won't
I'm
fucking
gonna take
miss.
it back for
I
you too.
promise you.
You said the
Oh
time. Yep.
man, so
That's the first shot. The second one I won't fucking miss. I promise you.
oh man, so fellas, man, hey, we gotta stop playing. We need to be more litigious about this shit. We gotta be much more litigious about situations like this. If this lady wasn't sent to jail after this right here, I don't know what to say. But listen, this is another update with Stace, man. Quick little reaction. We're gonna check this out. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Let's get into this.
Try me. I won't miss. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I won't miss. I will not fucking miss. I won't miss at all. I will not miss. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You think I give a fuck? I don't care. Get the
Oh
fuck off of
Jesus.
me. I don't care.
Strip the back
Let
on.
all your motherfucking hoes know you in a motherfucking relationship now.
Mm.
Wow.
Now. Let them know. 5, 4.
Are you in a relationship, man?
No, look at the camera. You in a relationship.
Are you in a relationship?
Right. Your life is on the line at this point, baby. You think
Shit.
I playing? I ain't playing with you at all.
I'm
Yeah.
in that shit, man.
Get the fuck off of me. I don't care. Let all your motherfucking hoes know you in a motherfucking relationship now. Now.
Mm.
Let them know. 5, 4.
Are you in a relationship, man?
No, look at the camera. You in a relationship.
Are you in a relationship?
No, I've
Right.
never seen this
Your
before.
life is
This
on the
is
line at this point, baby. You think I playing? I ain't playing with you at all. I'm not playing
well,
with
I've
you
seen it now twice.
at all, honey. You risk a lot. I risk a lot. I ain't playing with you. Okay? We clear?
Bro.
We clear? Thank you.
Fucking
My
crazy
poll
as
is
shit.
nice.
You said you saw it a while back, April Carter. I believe she's in the news again. Yet again, I just want to have a conversation about caping, right? Did he call the cops on her? What was done about it? This is the type of stuff that we need to pay more attention to and talk about. I have one more, but it's longer and probably not necessary for us to have this conversation. So since you guys have seen this, I'm going to drop the link. Hey, Big Rig, welcome. Shout out to you, Rock City. Thank you for stopping by and joining the conversation. Excuse me. I'm going to continue to play the video. Hold on a second. And move it back over here.
Y'all like that? I love tricks. Now and again. Yeah. What you doing? Who you calling? Oh, you trying to call somebody? You calling the police on me? You calling the police on me?
Wow.
Hey, hello, sus. What's up? Yeah, y'all see that body?
No, we don't
That's what
give
it
a
looked like
fuck
after
about your
abortion.
body.
Pardon, hold on. I'm sorry. Did you hear what she said there? Because I need you to know, did you hear what she said there? We're going to go back so you can hear, listen closely when she talks about her body. I'm going to put the closed captions on so you can see it because this right here is what made me want to punch her in her face, besides the fact that she put the gun to his head with her finger anyway. This right here. Okay. Her body. Listen to how she got her body. Okay? Let me put myself over there.
Wow.
Hey, hello, sus. What's up? Yeah, y'all see that body?
No, we don't
That's
give
what it
a
looked like
fuck
after
about your
abortion.
body.
If you caught it, put it in. Put it. If you caught it, put a 1 in the chat because you can't. I would prefer if you didn't put the word in the chat for obvious. If you caught it, put RVW or that. If you ain't catch it, you need me to play it again so you can hear her say that tacky ass, trifling ass bullshit. Then let me know. What in the Sam? God help us. I can't. It's y'all about to have me acting a stone tarse up in here. I don't understand how we got there. Father. Ooh, Father. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I don't even know what to call that. When was that okay? Where is that okay? When? Mm, sorry. Uh, the chat says that's just terrible. Shaking my head, Ro. Thank you. After and you're right. Isn't that? Okay. Let me get back into it. Whoops. Whoa. That moved.
Abortion. I ain't got no belly fat, but guess what? After I get these tights, just breasts down and this motherfucking titties, I'll be screaming. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna play that shit. Ain't that right, Daddy? Let them know. Who you love? Who you love? Chill with me, Hosey. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
What the
Mm.
Give me a
fuck?
kiss.
What?
Give me a kiss. Now.
What the
Give me a kiss.
fuck?
Give me a kiss.
Oh, Father Jesus.
Give me a kiss. Alright, give me a kiss.
Mm.
What the
Mm-mm.
fuck? What the fuck? This woman's batshit crazy. Sitting in jail right now to this date. If she's not sitting in jail, yo, hey fellas, like we need to go to her face. If you ever come across this woman, just run. Sexy ass Bahamian accent, run.
Mm-mm.
This some wild shit, bro.
Right. Someone save that man.
Man,
Amen.
dog. I only see shit like this in the movies. You know, when with men doing the shit to women, bro. This some crazy shit, dog. One thing about this damn channel, bro, is like we not trying to bash ladies. That's not what it is. But I'm just tired of the male bashing and people not understanding that what we go through too. It's about just letting everybody know it's equal shares of
You're
crazy
right,
that's
Princess
dispersed
K. If a
between
man did
both
that, he would be
genders,
locked up.
all races. And we gotta be
Who
much
says he
more
was cheating?
kind to
I
each other
mean,
because we don't understand what the other folks are going through. Look what this man is going through. I know a lot of ladies have been through this shit before, and a lot of men have gone through this shit too. But to this degree, this lady having this gun out on this man, that's fucking crazy, bro. I wish this on no man. I wish this on no woman, bro. This is
amen.
crazy, man. This is sad as hell. I hope this lady's in fucking jail, bro. Damn, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and sign out, man.
All right. So the link is in the chat. Um, I want to have the conversation. I definitely want to have the conversation with you, Raziq. He said, Rock City said crazy and deranged. I agree. Unless he was beating her tail, there's absolutely no excuse for her ratchet ass behavior. And in that moment, if you look at the clip, you can see that she at least had her hands on his lips at some point. Yet, now when she whipped out on me, she barely was able to grip that motherfucker. I was so on code. Yeah. Uh, right, April, any of my male cousins was in that situation, my cousins and aunts, right, we gonna be there. Like, where was the family? And, I'm not advocating violence up in this piece, yet someone need to get him up out of that space by any means necessary. I can say that much. That to me was just too much. And we need to be real honest about it. He said she's swinging it around and ish. Yep. She thought she was the old dog. Oh, it's so many situations that I've seen like that of late where women are just coming out of pocket, left, right, and sideways with men in conversations about things that don't make any sense. How you gonna talk to this man like this and think he's not gonna do so or do or say something? It is abuse, Princess K. Hey, Raziq, how's your spirit?
What's the word? Hey,
Yeah, Pete,
hey, look, I'm laying down, right?
you cool? I
Look,
used to have a cat who did that all the time. You straight?
well, look, I'm trying to turn my camera off. How the fuck do I do this?
There should be a little camera button right there that if you tap it one time, it'll turn the camera off and leave your mic on.
I'm tapping it. That shit ain't doing nothing. Huh.
Mm, I'm not sure, but it's okay. We can hear you.
All right, for sure. Nah, but yeah, yo, hey, yo, man, see, I got so, man, look, yo, I don't believe in, but I'll break your fucking face.
Okay,
Yo,
wait. Your sound's going out though. There you go.
my fault. You hear me now?
Yep.
Nah, I was saying I don't believe in putting my hands on a woman, yo. But yo, yo, for that shit, I would break her fucking face. I'm sorry.
Wow. Yeah.
Like yo, you know what I mean? And look, I hate to say it like that, yo. But the moment you point a gun, you know what I'm saying, in my face, yo, all bets is off. All bets is off. Like I can take you pouring a drink on my head, you even smacking me. I don't even care. Like, you know what I mean? You get a little angry, like, pow, like, Raziq, I hate you. All right, cool. You know what I mean? That shit don't phase me. Yo,
Yeah.
I done been robbed. I done been shot at before. Almost shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a different feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's an ill feeling. And then the way she was waving it, and then she already had licked one. You know what I mean? You know,
Right.
like you all, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm breaking your face. You get that close to me, yo. The moment you point that gun down, it's over. Cause yo, I'm gonna overpower the shit out of you. I'm gonna take that shit out of your hand. I'm gonna pistol the fuck out of you. Punch you in your shit, probably wire your jaw, and I'm gonna call the police on my damn self. Be like, yo, look, come get this bitch. I'm not,
Well, isn't that
yo.
the understanding that you're supposed to have more self restraint than that once you've gotten control of the situation, you're supposed to be able to automatically say, you know what, okay, right? When do you turn that off? When she's sub, how do you determine when she's subdued? I guess.
Yeah, was she unconscious? The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Or either that when the gun is in my hand. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Cause I know I got enough common sense. Like I'm not gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be licking shots in the air. You know what I'm saying? For no, you know what I mean? Like guns are not toys. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around guns. I know how to handle them. Like you know what I'm saying? I've been playing with guns since I was like 13. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like them shits is not toys. And you waving that shit around at me and you coming up on me talking about, yo, give me a kiss and you got the bang in the back of my head. Yo, what? Oh my god. Yo, man, I lose my shit, yo.
Amen.
I lose my
Last
shit, yo.
last year I spoke about the low level of violence or the low level of threat between men, but we were talking about the fact that women don't seem to understand that just because you all are raised gentlemen and all of those things, at some point there's a line in the sand that has to be drawn. I think my actual question to you is, where could you have stopped it before? I mean, in the situation, looking at it, where in that moment could he have changed the narrative? Could he have stopped what was going on?
Yeah, I mean, well, for them, like yo, look, for them saying one, he wasn't even supposed to even put a baby in short. That was strike one. Two, he probably wasn't even supposed to be fucking her. That's what I'm saying. Three, like the bitch look like she looks nuts. You know what? Like in the yo, eh, I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm gonna add a little humor to the video, right? But you remember in the movie Suicide Squad? Yo, she reminds me of Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Like she has the personality of a, you know what I'm saying, of that type of, you know what I'm saying, like nuttiness and just, you know what I mean, like she just ready to dive off the deep end because she might have been sniffing a few lines, popping a few pills or whatever, and they, you know what I'm saying, mixed in with the alcohol. She probably drugged the fuck up. You know, like nah, yo, nah.
I hear you. Is that really attractive long term?
Hell no. To who? Another nutcase?
Okay.
I mean, look. I know you got comments. I mean, I'm just expressing my personality through the shit that I just saw. I never saw that video. That
Understood.
shit shot the fuck out of me. I was like, oh shit. Like I was kind of enjoying the moment. I was like, hold on. Like my seriousness kind of like kicked in. I was like, yo, is she away from the gun? And then like when
Hmm.
she walked over there. And I started to pay a little bit. I was like, yo, she got the joint in the back of the nigga head. Like she about to blow his brains out. I was like, oh, nah. That's why I started going off on the comments. I was like, yo, this bitch tripping.
Yeah, exactly. Princess K says, I have a special distaste for females like that. You're a effing adult. Speak without putting your hands on him. You get mad, mush him, push him, slap him, and expect for all men to be cool. Right. And that's my bigger question. Like, really, we date who we're close to, right? So there's gonna be other cats who know about this story but still mess with her.
Right, right.
Why? How do we get y'all to understand that the Harley Quinns of the world really ain't even something to play with?
Well, I'm gonna say this right. I think it's a man's job, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's a man's job to educate. You know what I'm saying, man? Because we have a not all of us, but for the stoic ones, for the stoic men, and we are endangered species. You know what I'm saying? I've said this to Daryl, and I think I had said this to you on like a different live stream. But you know what I'm saying? Like men like me and myself, yo, like we are an endangered species. Like we have impeccable radar. You know what I'm saying? Impeccable. Like all of that gay shit, all of that fuck shit, all of that clown shit, that goofy shit, that whole ass shit that niggas, I'm telling you, yo, I can spot it a mile away. But then as soon as I say something, I become the bad guy because people want to be like, well, you're being too mean. You can't say that. You gotta take it. Nah, fuck that. Because if I don't say it, now we got another gentleman who you know what I'm saying, who's an example just like in the video of what we all saw. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't help if men don't, metaphorically speaking, start smacking each other in the back of the head like, nigga, wake the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, grab your balls, be like, look, what Cam what Cam told, you know what I'm saying, Mitch, in the movie Paid in Full, he say, yo, pull your skirt down, B. Yo,
Yeah.
like, word.
Fair and facts. Hold on, let me catch up to the chat. Sorry, y'all. Princess K. Oh, okay. So Princess K also said, "I swear one day I'll have a son, and I'm usually peaceful, but I'll beat my any. Oh, honey, yes, I'll beat any female over my child, honey. I'm like Catelyn Stark in the books, not the show, baby. I will come back from the grave, claw my eyes out and yours noted until the job is done." Um, Sorry, April Carter says, let's keep it real. A lot of times when our men go for the Hispanics, they tend to call that spicy, but let them go back to this blunt. Uh, exactly. You should let me go back to this blunt. You right. And that's one of the things that I think that the space hadn't really talked about enough. It came out, but realistically, you talk about the passport bros, and yet there are a lot of cats who think the spicy Latina or let me get that little the chick that I know a little bit crazy, and then you find out how she really is because you pull it. I'm not going to cute. I'm going to say then you find out how she really is. Um, what can men do to keep from women getting that far? Okay, say you made the error, right? And you've chosen this one, and you put a bun in the oven, and they chose to keep it. What can you do to keep it from getting that far?
That's hard to say, because like after you've already put, what I'm saying, a child in her, you know, unfortunately, um, what I'm saying, like it almost crosses in the realm of like you have to involve the law and the court. You know what I'm saying? Whereas versus if I didn't put, you know, you know, a child in you, then I wouldn't have to worry, you know what I'm saying, on that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But hey, look, it's a game. It's a wild game, yo. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a wild game. You know,
Okay. Let me ask you this.
yes,
Is there a difference between dating and mating?
yes.
Which is,
Um, okay. Dating, dating, dating is more of like a ambiguous term for like casual sex. You know what I'm saying? Mating is like the actual act of sex with the intent to have a child. You know what I'm saying? If that, like, for example, right? When I hear women say, "Well, I've dated," it always gives a connotation as if like they're not taking it seriously, right? So dating is like a term, and believe it or not, in a lot of cultures, especially in the East, you know what I'm saying, is highly ruled against. So they don't practice dating. It's either you're single or then you're either married. You know what I'm saying? So, dating is more of like a modern Western, what I'm saying, word to just,
mhm.
you know, just to be thrown out there without no type of seriousness involved.
Do you believe that we could begin to communicate with the idea of mating in mind versus dating?
All right, say that one more time.
Can we begin to move with the intention of mating in mind versus dating
Yes,
as a society?
yes.
How do we go about it?
How do we go about doing that? That's a very good huh.
Thank you.
That's a very good question and a hard one too. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know. Um, have you admit? Well, I know they say it's rude to ask a question with a question, but I'm
It's
going to
okay.
ask. But it kind of goes in context with what you asked me. Um,
Hmm.
do you think that we're almost past the point of no return? Meaning like the ball has already left the cliff and it's already just traveling downhill and it ain't gonna be stopped. Just to be honest, you know,
When you say the ball, what are we speaking of?
the ball would mean um the way the dating world is, the way this interjection of men wanting to be women, women wanting to be men. There are no gender roles. You know what I'm saying? Things are just kind of like up in the air, rainbowish. Can't we all just get along and fuck whoever? And you know what I'm saying? Like it's not it's not structured
Hmm.
the way that it once was, and it wasn't structured in a way in which what I'm saying things work. Like the nuclear family became the nuclear family of the of the US because of how it was already a design to be. I mean, and you've heard numerous, what I'm saying, podcasters and people say this, but even in the book, um Black Rednecks, White Liberals by Thomas Sowell, what I'm saying? Even in that book, he clearly describes that, black people in the US were at the highest marital rate of any other ethnic group. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And this was less than 30 years ago. We were married at a rate of almost over 80%. Of 80%. That's like, you mean to tell me 8 out of every 10 women were married? Were married. Like, think about that number. 8 out of every 10 women were married.
Hmm.
And they had the mindset of wanting to be married. It wasn't all of this casual sex where, yeah, I'm going to just live my life and fuck who I want and city girl this and city, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You know what's funny? Yo, this is hilarious. And this is actually a good convo. What, JP, I'm actually impressed. But hey, look,
Thank you.
you know, this is, it's crazy, right? I heard a girl tell me like probably about a year or two ago, um, and she was like, yeah, all y'all guys be going out here and fucking all like about 3, 4 different other women at a time. Well, I can do it too with the dudes. So I
Hmm.
was like, at the time I was smoking. So I was like, yo, I was like, and I asked, I said, do you honestly believe that? She was like, yeah. She was like, I mean, y'all can do it. So what? So I was like, look, if you really believe that, I was like, look, let me go ahead and paint you a real life scenario. So she was like, all right. She was like, yo, what is it? I said, yo, check this shit out. I was like, look, you are a woman. She was like, yep. I was like, look, you got titties and you got a pussy. She was like, of course. I was like, look, it. Let's just say you had 3 dudes, right? Now, for every woman that is not a virgin, all y'all know when a dude is trying to fuck, he trying to knock your pussy from here to China. Now, whether or not if he do it for 2 minutes or 2 hours, that's his goal. He trying to dive in, like Trey Songz and Chris Brown, right? So, but she's like, go ahead, you being funny. I said, look, yo, if you got one dude and let's just say you split them up, right? She was like, well, what do you mean? I was like, look, let's say you got dude A. He wanted to see you on Monday and Tuesday, right? And she was like, well, he gonna pound the shit out of you. Dude B, he wanna see you you know what I'm saying, Wednesday and Thursday. He gonna pound the shit out of you. And you know what I'm saying? And then you got Dude C. You know what I'm saying? Friday and Saturday. He gonna pound the shit out of you. Your womb ain't got no no rest. Your womb is hit. Your walls is gone. You can't relax. Nothing. You know what
You
I'm
know
saying?
what? I need to take a pause for the cause. I got some women who would say that you wrong, and I'm gonna let them tell you.
Oh really?
With this
You
video.
know what?
Oh yeah, I
I
got this
just might
video.
cam up for this one. You know what?
Well, this is a video. So this is another video, just so you can get it. And yes, April Carter, I did call him Simplington. Darrell, you know I love you. He said he was voted Simp of the Year, and he is. But it's okay, you know. Coochie caper extraordinaire. You know, you have you've taken
Sipping.
off your cape and put it to the side. That's how my love shows up. This, that, and videos. Like I'm like, this will help people understand why you shouldn't move in certain ways, right? So these young ladies are on No Jumper podcast.
Oh my
Fair
god.
use.
Hold on.
Uh,
This ain't
uh,
this ain't the Asian broad in. Yeah, this is the
yeah.
Asian chick.
No, this is a different set of chicks.
Oh my
This is
god.
three young ladies. You really gonna have to wait till you get to this one in
Oh,
the
that's
middle
my boy
here.
Sharp.
But
Yeah, that's my boy
yeah,
Sharp.
listen. I love me some Sharp, y'all.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know I shouldn't
Hey,
appreciate the people as much as
Sharp
I do.
Sharp is me. Yo, I fuck with Sharp.
He is
Yeah.
serious. Okay, y'all. So fair use. I am going to take a pause for the cause as well. Someone please put fair use in the chat 'cause I won't put it up until I come back. But anyway, y'all check this out. I'll be right back.
Hey, gig you done got so far?
In Virginia, like $300. Mm-hmm.
How are you? $300?
Um,
Stop.
Do you not
Okay.
like you? No,
Stop.
I'm gonna do. I
Stop.
do it for 150. I'll do it for
Stop.
300. I'll do it for what? What
Man,
is the
you might as well
exposure?
be on in
Like you're
Vegas on
being
Boulder
weird.
with
You're
a
being
chip on
weird.
your
I didn't want to
shoulder.
ask
No,
you a
you being
question, but
weird.
you're being weird. Big,
150
yep.
to shake your ass and
Yep.
get the
Yep.
bruises and all types of
Yep.
extra shit all
Yep.
up on you.
Yep.
I
Yep.
know.
Mhm.
Get all the bruises and all the
Yep.
extra shit for
Yeah,
150.
I am. Yeah.
For
What? You can
150,
add what?
I'm
What?
thinking
Like what
she
is
gonna
that?
be like, I did a little gig, a little
Why can't she
25,
do it to have a good
$3,500
time
gig.
though?
Exactly.
Why
I
can't
thought
she
Like
she
do
was
you're
it to have
doing
a
being
it
good
for a
weird.
time?
Like
purpose. She
at the
wants
end
to
of the
get
Just
day,
have
on.
I'm
fun.
here to
She
be a
wants to
video
get
vixin. So
on.
Megan Thee Stallion,
Oh
I can shake
god.
my ass. Hit me like if you need a girl, let me know. Like what? That's what we're here for.
Well,
At
at
the end
least,
of the day,
hey
what is
man,
anybody
at
really in
least
this
you
fucking
know
place for?
you gonna
Like
get
what's
cheap
the
labor out
what do
this
you think Blue Girls
motherfucker.
Club is? Like what do you
You
think it
gonna get
is?
cheap,
What do you think
obviously
it is?
cheap labor.
Use a motherfucking
Cheap
moron.
labor. It's
Like
obviously
that's
some cheap
weird.
labor going on around that motherfucker, man. Cause you over here talking about going and doing some for $300. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
need to
did.
fly for
I
300.
did.
You need to fly for 300.
I
Up your
did.
game. That's why I
I did.
told you, get
I
you an
did.
agent
I
because you're
did.
playing
I
and you're
did.
selling yourself
I did.
short.
I'm not.
Had a mic. I'm not
I'm
like a
not.
fucking
I don't
child.
care.
You like 7, 8, 9 years
Oh
old,
That's
ain't
god.
you?
cool.
Aren't you?
That's your opinion. I don't give a fuck what you
That's a
think.
fucking
I
fact.
don't care.
That's a
Your
fact.
opinion. Uh,
Nastiness.
uh,
Just nastiness.
uh.
Your attitude nasty.
Your
I
attitude's
seen it, but
nasty.
I seen that shit in your
But your
face.
attitude's
I was just
nasty.
trying to give you some game. You was the one already trying to pop that little bullshit earlier.
Okay, I'm over it. This is
Right or
like this is
wrong?
boring.
But right the fuck or wrong. Wasn't you? You
Can
was
we
like, I
continue
don't
with
get
your
what you're saying.
podcast? Can
You're
we
like, I
continue
don't
with
get
your
what you're
podcast?
saying.
Can we continue your show?
Hella
This is
quick
not
with
my
hella
show. This
little
is your show.
snide.
This is not my show. This
Bitch,
is your
take
show.
that shit to the
Here you
snooty
go. Here
fox.
you go. Here
Take
you
that
go.
shit up to the snooty fox.
I
We
don't even
don't
know
want
what
it
that
around
is.
here.
Like,
Heard they got the little
My
channels through the
god.
1
I'm
through
just
50.
like,
Shut up.
you
I'm
shut up.
Leo. Hi, I'm
Leo.
Leo.
Leo. Listen to me. What really brought you to Blueface Club?
To
What
have a
brought you?
good time. I wanted to have fun.
You just want to have a good
I
time.
want to have a good time. I was locked up. I went from locked up to having a baby. Now I feel like I'm living my life. This is the first time I get to live. And I'm living. I was already in designers promo videos, so I think I'm already doing good for myself.
Yeah.
I'm getting the exposure I came here for.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say this, and then we're gonna go forward a little bit. You was talking about. Wait a minute, bruh. I just see your face. Okay, you were talking about a young lady, and in that situation, right? It was just some one young lady a couple of times, blah 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 blah, right? Well, these are young ladies who doing it for some money, and they doing it on the regular, and I bet you that poo poo is that uterus is nice and tenderized, and they doing all right. They seem
They
cool with
don't
it.
even have one. That shit, they, hey, yo, they vagina ought to be called mincemeat, cause that shit dead. That shit
Well,
dead. That shit is
no, they're not
dead.
all. Yeah, they're all this Blufaces girl. Yes, so Blufaces chicks. Yes. Okay, y'all want to get back into the video?
God.
Fair. Hold on, let me sharp flips out on Bluefaces girls. Fair use to no jumper, please, y'all. Don't beat up on a little old autistic mom trying to just get her people to
Nah,
have a
nah. See,
conversation.
hold on. Nah, JP, stop it.
Huh?
Look, let
What?
me tell you something. Nah, let me tell you something. You know what's so funny? Your your name has a connotation of its own, right? By you saying JP, the matriarch. You know what
Hmm.
that word means.
I do.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's a very powerful word. You know what I'm saying? Within itself. And it comes with what? Responsibility,
Agreed.
right? So,
Hmm.
and not only am I saying this to you, but to all the other women up here who may be listening, and for the ones who may hear this. Y'all women have got to start calling each other the fuck out. And look, it ain't no. Look, we passed all of the kumbaya shit. We are past it. We are 20 years into 2000. You know what I'm saying? Look, example, right? I graduated, you know what I'm saying, 2001. You know what I'm saying? Right? I remember
Hmm.
being in school with the chicks that was like 17 and 18 getting knocked up, right? Now, if
Yep.
this was in 2001, we're now in 2022. Those babies are adults. Those babies
You're
are
right.
adults now. Because now the moms are around the ages of 36 to 41. And the children are between the ages of 19 and 22. You know what I'm saying?
When I was Yeah, when I was
No, go ahead.
13, my best friend got pregnant, and the deacons and pastor made her had her stand in front of the church and tell everybody that she had got pregnant by a little cauliflower boy. And in that moment, I was like, yeah, nah, this shit ain't for me. Um, I get it. You know, these are teenagers and they make mistakes. Yet these are grown women right here, so I'm not gonna give them the same credit. And you're right, they do need to be called out. This is some disrespectful trash. It gets worse though. So I don't know if you all have seen it. Like I said, we can go ahead and get into it. I usually go for about 2.5 to 3 hours, Raziq. I know you said you were getting done at 2:30, and you have to get on the road, so you got to sleep at some point,
I
right?
mean, hey, look, I mean, I kind of can maneuver my own hours, but
My bad.
I can push it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm
You
good.
said I'm a.
I mean, I'm good.
I
Look,
appreciate.
it's Memorial Day on your weekend, so everything is closed anyway. So you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
But yeah, but go ahead, go. Let's rock.
No, no. That's fair. I was just gonna say you said I'm a matriarch, and it comes responsibilities. I tell you all the time.
Yeah,
I'm
but
recovering from my smother mothering because my fellas were like, okay, we cool.
but
Let us do our thing.
see, you know what I'm saying? And look, I'm gonna just say this, and then play the other video, or whatever. But you know, um, it's not gonna always be, you know what I'm saying, peaches and trying to help and educate, especially, you know what I'm saying, the women who may feel or think that you're being harsh. Where'd you go? Oh, there you go.
Y-
You know what I'm saying? But who may think like, hey, you're being harsh or you're being mean or I'm being rude or being mean. Like, fuck all of that. This shit has to change.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we just go, you know, if we just sit back and shut the fuck up about it, we're actually, you know what I'm saying, being compliant for the same fuck shit that's going on and sitting back saying, yo, I don't like that, but I'm not being vocal with my voice. Nah, yo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I get called a narcissist, a sexist, and a misogynist, all kind of issues. You know what I'm saying? You can think of, and I don't even give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, can't no woman walking this fucking planet Earth ever call me out on no fuck shit. And can't no woman on this planet Earth ever say I ever lied to her about nothing. They can, you know what? And they can say, yo, Raziq is an asshole. Raziq is mean. Raziq is a dickhead. You know,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean? But hey, I take those titles versus over there being called a liar or a deceiver, you know what I'm saying, or an evildoer. Word,
Understood.
My fault. Go.
You know, no, you're good. April Carter says this generation of ladies are not trying to hear anything, especially when they have females like Amber Rose having a slut walk. Me just saying. Well, here's the one thing about it though, April Carter. I believe that you're right to some degree. And so, cats who know me or people who know me would tell you, I'll say, if you're gonna be out here slut walking, just let me tell you how to get it done. So maybe listen to Sharp, and at least let the brother tell you how to get it done. That need to have conversations about how this is inappropriate. All of it. This is another woman doing this to these women. Just hold on a second. We'll get into it.
What have you
And I
gained
heard
so far
someone
from
pop
it?
up
I mean,
in the
I
back.
ain't, and I
I
ain't, that's
gained
not even
knowledge.
disrespect.
No,
That's
I
not even being
gained knowledge.
disrespectful.
I gained knowledge. Like deadass, I gained a lot of knowledge. I am a
Hey,
psychopath,
nephew, welcome.
Yeah.
and I need to
Hey,
calm the
Auntie.
fuck down.
What do you?
So
Why do you think that you're a psychopath? You call
I
yourself?
turn when I'm drunk. My friends told me I'm an angry drunk. Yeah, right here.
They say you an angry. They say you're an angry drunk.
They
Well,
do.
please do me a favor and keep the Casamigos,
Casa
Go ahead and mute
Fricos.
for me,
Casa
Raziq, please.
Casa
Fricos.
Fricos.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happens? And what happens when you do all that?
The Casa Fricos?
Yeah. What happens when you turn into that?
Well,
You got
okay.
another name for
So my
yourself?
friends say that I turn like a white girl when I first started drinking it. Yeah, I'm Ashley. So I turn into Ashley. I'm on my white girl, pretty shit. And then I turn to a full-blown ratchet.
Multiple personalities.
Multiple personality disorder when I'm drinking, yes. Big facts.
Yeah, so you're the type that we got to kind of, if we're drinking with you, might as well do it at the house. You know what I'm saying? You kind of can't take her nowhere
No, I
because
can
she gonna
go
trip the fuck
out.
out. No, because you probably the type of chick, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I've seen bitches do it a lot. Y'all get drunk, and when the attention's not on you, you have the sense to start tripping out to get the attention.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen chicks do it a lot. Like, yeah, they having a fun time. They getting faded until the attention ain't on them. Now,
No.
and some other prettier girls might have walked in, or the other girl might be
No.
getting a little bit more attention.
Oh, I see where you're going with this one.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just being real. I'm
one.
just looking at it from a logical standpoint. I'm just like, okay, because I see it happen all the time. Chicks that do that change moods throughout alcohol. You know, it's really for the attention, and once they not getting the attention, I think that's when they turn.
Or when you are like drinking, you.
What do you think, gentlemen? Do the moods change with alcohol? Welcome to the conversation, nephew. How's your spirit?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Auntie. I think, brother Raziq, what up, man? I think good to see you again. I think
Peace, bro.
at the end of the day, yeah, if you have any substance that's in you, you're gonna get influenced by it. No matter what the substance is, it's gonna influence your behavior. So you know what I mean? It's just what it is. But I do want to speak to your title real quick. I
Hmm.
think Coochie caping and pole patrolling is gonna happen just with people regardless. Like I don't think there's really like no solution to it or any way to fix it. I just think it's just life. Like I think somebody had to cape for Coochie for all of us to be here. Like you know what I'm saying? Somebody had to choose that person and that person had to be willing to be chosen. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, people gonna do what they have to do. But my thing is that you have to gravitate towards the energy that you want. Now, here's the thing: if you want to be around these type of females, that are sitting here on this couch, then guess what? You have to live with the results of their behavior because that's who they are. They're not lying about who they are. They're telling you we like to turn up. All right. So if you don't like to turn up, or if you like to kind of be more calm, then that's not for you. You know what I'm saying? But if you do like to turn up and you don't care what happens with that behavior or whatever it may be, then do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, you have to understand who you're being around. You know what I'm saying? You can't look for a female or for a man to not be on a certain time if they already told you they on that time. So if I told you I'm on that time and I mean that and I'm living by that, then judge me on that behavior. But if I'm not being clear about what time I'm on it, then you're surprised or I deceive you or whatever, then yeah, feel away. You know what I mean? But a lot of
Okay.
times, a lot of these dudes and a lot of these women, they try to change the person that they with. Like, you can't change them. Like, let them be who they are. They already told you who they are. If that's not the space for you, then don't. If it's too hot if it's too hot in the kitchen, get up out of there. All right. You know what I mean? If the pot is too hot, don't put your hand on it. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that. Nephew came in with a little bit of heat, didn't he? We'll smoke on it. I'll take it. So listen, I agree with you that there has to be some coochie caping for us to be here. Yet that's not quite what I'm talking about, and you know it. I'm talking about going. Simpington was here earlier because of Darrell apparently won Simp of the Year somewhere in the streams. And that's what I mean. When you're putting yourself on the line for someone who's not really there for you, men do it for women. Men don't. Men sometimes do it for other men. Women do it for other women quite a bit. Allow things to go unsaid that should be said, or the things that you all were talking about here. Um, so that's my thing. It's like we were talking about moderation earlier in the day today, and that's how we got here. And that we're not moderating or being more discerning in these ways. And these young ladies aren't discerning in the fact that they think that $300 um, or making $800 in a month or 3 months is something spectacular, bruh. Never mind. Anyway, uh, so yeah, that's how we got to this video. The long and the short of it. Have you seen this video?
Nah, I don't partake in this type of any type
Oh,
of
oh,
YouTube channel.
excuse me, Auntie. No, my bad.
Yeah, I don't watch this type of stuff. Like it just.
This is where I go to get away from my stresses and stuff,
Mhm.
and to make sure that I don't be out here in these streams acting the arse, right? If I want to see drama or petty or whatever, I just do this. I watch this. You know what I'm saying? It's like eating ice cream and cookies that one time of the month. Yeah, I watch me some No Jumper and Sharp, and when Sharp go in, he go all the way in. So she said, yeah, she made like 900. Huh? Yeah, Sharp go in, better than some of the others. So yeah, all right. So we're gonna get back into it again. Fair use, y'all. Listen, Adam 22 over there. I ain't said nothing about you. Appreciate you. I'm just gonna leave it at that, and keep going. Y'all
Mhm.
know. Okay.
You think everything is like you're taking everything wrong. So you're taking a look wrong. You're taking a movement wrong. You're taking just shit wrong. You're thinking everything's out to get you because you're drinking.
Yeah.
So then you're just turning up.
You feel like you had a problem, a drinking problem?
No.
No.
Here, yes.
Yeah.
Here, yes. All I have to do is drink and smoke and fight and argue and yeah.
Tell me when was the first incident for you in the house? When did you turn it? What day did you have an incident like Incredible Hulk and you just broke out and said, "Fuck it, I'm
Oh.
fucking her up
To be honest, I
right
would have
now.
moved forward.
I
Fuck
would
the
have to
Just
say
cameras. Fuck
Sky. I
everybody
fucking
else."
hate her. I
You
fucking
hate her?
hate Sky.
Why you
Yeah.
hate her?
Cause
Live.
yeah.
Why make fun of somebody like this?
I'm not making fun of it. She took how much money from that strip club? She came up. She came up in the strip club. I would have took that and did something with it. I would have flipped it, tumbled it, got me an apartment, been on my toes. She made a GoFundMe, got 10 bands from it. I would have been set.
That upset you?
No, it don't upset me. She's just not top notch.
what I'm saying? Does that, because you had brought that point up about her, like, well, she touched 10 bands. Are you mad that she touched 10 bands? Are you mad that you didn't?
I'm mad she didn't do nothing with it. I'm not
Hey,
even mad. I'm just like, damn, that sucks.
Everybody, listen to me. Everybody gonna make mistakes with their bread. Let her play, man. Let her play herself short.
I guess, but if you're making a lot of it, then you can make mistakes. But if you're not, you can't. There's no mistakes. This is life. This is your life. You can't make a mistake.
That's why I'm glad that y'all here. I'm glad you said that, because you got to think about this. Hey, Blondie, you two on the end. Everything you do, every move you make, everything that you motherfucking say, it's gonna hold the tally to you in the end. That's why I try to always tell chicks to come on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, everything that you do, just say, I don't give a fuck what you do behind closed doors, bitch. That's what you do. But when you come and you sit on some cameras.
Say again, nephew? Oh,
No.
I'm sorry. I thought I heard you.
Oh, no. That wasn't me. Raziq is saying something.
Or you do something, you need to present yourself just a little bit better than that, man. Put yourself in a higher light. Don't put yourself at the ground or have an attitude, a stank attitude, things like that. But then expect that respect to come at you one thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Raziq.
I didn't even know my mic was muted. Now I was saying probably about 10 or 15 seconds back, what he was saying, that was a mean piece. But he was like, what you do in the past, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna hold. It's gonna forever stick. It's so funny because look, I'm gonna just throw some other, content creators out there. I if I'm wrong, I don't know the rules of YouTube, and look, I tell girl all the time, I'm not an internet, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So, but I aside from Kevin Samuels, right? RIP. I watch Steph is Cold, or I have Steph is Cold, Donovan Sharp, Rolo Tomasi, Fresh and Fit, you know what I'm saying? Minister Jap, you know what I'm saying? All them cats, right? And then more recently Anton, you know what I'm saying, Danny. And the sentiment that a lot of women have, from what I hear, a lot of women will say, okay, well, we don't need your, what I'm saying, men to protect us. And it's kind of a discouraging thing for a man to hear, especially from a woman, because we are the real savages roaming this motherfucking earth. And women don't get it. Because I'm going to just be, what I'm saying, straightforward, right? I see my dad, hit my mom, and I see my mom hit my dad, right? But I never grew up thinking that it was ever okay for a man to put his hands on any woman, based upon the simple fact that I have enough strength in my hands, I can break you in half physically. I don't need no bat. I don't need no gun. I don't need a knife. I can literally ball my fist up and break your face. You know what I'm saying? And I say that with the veracity that I do, because I think it's important that women understand that it is our job as men to restrain, you know what I'm saying, from, a certain level of a physical attribute, you know what I'm saying, that we as men instill on each other, as far as from a man to, you know what I'm saying, a man. The amount of power that a man can generate to defend himself from another man, a woman has never ever seen that before. You know what I'm saying? Ever. Ever. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny because even the word of Allah says that that a woman was made the efficient and you know what I'm saying, and compared to a man. The man is the stronger being physically. You know what I'm saying? This is a undeniable fact. A undeniable fact. You know, and so for women to really have this sentiment that I don't need no man, I don't need no man to protect me is asinine. And it really hurts.
Bro, your sound
Your
going out,
sound
bro.
changed.
I'm sorry.
Your sound changed.
It did? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hold
More than likely somebody called you. There you go.
There
It's
you go,
back.
bro.
on. All right. So you know what I'm saying? But it's almost like my God given natural born ability is not even valued in the eyes of the women who look like me. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like even Kevin Samuels has said it a while back. He was like, the sentiment is almost as if like we have been reduced to just a dildo and and a monetary item. You know, like so from a woman's standpoint, she's like, look, I need you to come over here and put your dick in me because I'm horny. And then after that, I'm good. Get off me. I don't give a fuck about cuddling. I don't care about, you know what I'm saying, laying up under you. None of that shit. And then she's like, well, look, nigga, look, the bill is due, the rent is due, I need some help, I need some money. God damn. Besides sex and money, you don't see no value in this? You know what I'm saying? So, I'm being, sarcastic in my, in what I'm trying to say, but I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
yeah, that's all. My fault.
Auntie,
Um.
can I build on something real quick that he said, Auntie, real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Brother Raziq, I hear you, bro. I definitely hear you. But I think what you're saying also is a little dangerous too, because I'm gonna break it down, bro. I'm gonna break it down. Now, you can have a woman that's 100 pounds, right? But she know your pressure point. She can hit that pressure point, and you be done, bro. You know what I'm saying? You'll be completely, absolutely done. You know what I mean? And you be like, damn, like shorty mad small. She only 5'4", 5'2". She at a pressure point. You going down. You know what I'm saying? So I think we gotta advocate that men and women both don't put their hands on each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not okay for women to do it either, and it's damn sure ain't okay for men to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think, especially in our community, man, we gotta get past that, like, because we have a propensity to just go to violence so much. You know what I mean? Even as adults, that when the kids go to it, you know what I mean? It's hard for us to really say something because it's like, well, y'all doing it. We see World Star, we see this, we see that. Y'all up on here fighting. Y'all up on here 20, 30, 40 years old throwing up gang signs and all that other stuff. Sometimes 50 years old throwing that up. So what you expect us to do? We gonna do what y'all doing. And y'all can't tell us what to do. That's why the youth don't really want to listen to people, you know what I mean, who are adults. They like, yo, we gonna do what we feel like was right. And it's hard for us to say something because of the examples that we've laid down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a natural fact. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? They should listen because we do have a certain amount of wisdom, right? Like Raziq, you've been on this earth for a certain amount of years. So you have a certain amount of wisdom you can give to a kid that's 15, 16, 17. You could tell that brother something. He should listen to you. He should. But if he's on that time where he's like, yo, I don't give a F. I'm going to do it my way. I'm into the drilling. I'm into what I'm doing. Y'all old heads was into what y'all did, but I'm into what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's hard for us to reach him because of everything that we've done in our generation. Not us precisely. Not us precisely. Not me and you precisely. You know what I mean? But others have done it. So I think it's just best for us to always advocate that violence is something that we really stay away from. You know what I mean?
But
Now, self-defense, yes, you want to defend yourself. Somebody attack you, by all means, defend them, get them up off you. Self-defense is different. You know what I mean? Call the law, do whatever you got to do to get somebody up off you. I'm all for that.
right,
But
right,
but
right.
You know what I mean? But we should never we should never. It's never okay for men or women, either one, to really go to violence. It's never okay. We got to really stay away from that. You know what I
And
mean?
look, and you are right, you know, and I have to be open to you, so the fact that I can always be, so right, but I will say, you that even though, violence ain't, the answer, it isn't, right. But I've noticed that, especially with like young boys, and by me being almost at the age of 40, like, you know some boys, I can tell, like, I can slight, I can try to, reach out, like, because they're almost showing, ways of being able to listen. You know what I'm saying? So, but I've noticed that it isn't until something drastic happens, until then, when they're ready to turn the hand, like, you know what, damn, maybe I am effing, damn, maybe I do need to find, a different route. And it's the same thing with women in a different sense, because I've noticed, until after they have children and they've obtained a certain age, now the sentiment comes out, well, where are all the good men? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, before then, they can't see the forest of the trees, because they've been out here abusing their beauty and their youth and their womb, knowing that so many guys, want them, and they're mistaking that attention, thinking that it's love, or it's, you know, sincere, in a sense that, like, you know what? Well, Tyrone said that he, loves and cares, for whatever, the time frame, right? But, and I'm just saying that to say, because, like, the two kind of coincide. A young boy sees his F up when he behind jail, or when he, like, damn near,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, is almost having a near death, you know what I'm saying,
Yep.
circumstance, and then he's like, oh shit, nigga, I was almost gone, you know what I'm saying, you know
Mm.
what I mean. So it's like, and it's the same thing too, bro. Like, when I was young, the old heads, but see, it was a different era then, bro. Like,
Way
you know what I
different.
mean? Like the 90s, and you know what I mean? Like that shit was just different, bro. Like, we really had respect and admiration for our elders. Even though
Mm-hmm.
we was knuckleheads, we didn't disrespect these cats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? These, like, a young, these niggas will shoot you in the throat and be like, nigga, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but yeah, I don't know, bro. Yeah, well, look, you are right. You know what I'm saying? Word, you are right, man. But it's a hard road, man. You know what I'm
So
Yeah,
saying?
it ain't
I
easy.
would. It's not easy. I would say this, gentlemen. For starters, I agree with you. No one should put their hands on anyone. When I was the mother of smaller fellas, we had particular rules, and then as they grew, they came along the lines of understanding that a woman should have a certain understanding. You know, one, you shouldn't put your hands on anyone. Yet, if you're gonna put your hands on a man, do not expect him to not react as if you are a man. Right at that
Mm.
point, it's violence. I'll be honest. I've been hit before. And when you know. And this wasn't like I put myself in that situation to just, I'm off at the mouth. It wasn't like that. This was just someone who was unstable. Uh, so I say all of that to say, yes, you're right. We're not supposed to. Big Rig says he runs his household hands off. Right. At some point, as a parent, I had to make that decision not to put my hands on my children. And I have three sons. You mentioned Islam earlier, and rest in love to Kevin Samuels and those we've lost this year.
Definitely.
Um, I will say this, Islam, they say that a mother of sons is, a number of times blessed over. I've got three, and yes, they are a blessing to me. This space is my particular platform is designed to leave for them an understanding of conversations that I've had with other gentlemen who have different experiences, because I don't know what journey they're going to go on in life. I just know that they're on a journey and will experience things. This stands as a test of time in a way that is my legacy to them, um, which is how I came into this space and came across Kevin Samuels' content. He's not the first creator that I looked at in that way. To me, all of this is just an opportunity for me to bring my childhood forward and enjoy that journey with them once again. The songs that we had back then, the games that we played, the conversations, to be able to share that with other regular people. And have some of you tell me, you know what, JP, I never had that experience in my life. I hope to. JP, I had that experience and I want to do it more, or whatever the case may be. That's what's the opportunity presented to all of us by being in this particular space in this particular time. So I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, everyone who watched from the beginning. If I forgot to say something in the chat, I apologize. If I forgot a theme song, yet allowing this conversation to happen. And you mentioned something earlier, Raziq, that I want to get back to. You asked me about whether or not I thought we were going off a cliff. And I think he may have had to fall out. But so, no, I don't. I listen to the younger ones. My sons are all in their 20s. Um, my fella is in his 20s. The younger ones around me are in their 30s, and having conversations with them, it's not that they aren't interested. They don't want to get it wrong. They've seen us get it wrong. They've seen our elders get it wrong, and that's not what they want to do. And if they've got to wait, have conversations, if they've got to move as if everybody was inappropriate until they find appropriate, then that's what they're doing. So I still have hope. I just wonder whether or not my peers, not my peers, my cohorts, people my age, around me and above, can open up their minds and accept the way that the future is going to look.
Hey, look, and I think I share the same thoughts. You know what I'm saying? There is a fear that I do have, but it doesn't stop me from not having conversations with other women, being polite, opening doors for other women. You know what I'm saying? Because even then, as I was always taught, you know, if you allow any any woman to talk, she will eventually reveal herself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more than what I'm saying, more than willingly always invite, what I'm saying, a conversation like, hey miss, what I mean, you doing all right? Just to see what the typical uh response is going to be. And surprisingly, I'm finding out that they're more willing to talk because more men are not vocal. They're more vocal behind the phone, what I'm saying, doing all this keyboard typing. But then when you see something you like in aisle 8 in Food Line, and she grabbing the water, I mean, you scared to walk up to her like, hey, I mean, you good, yo, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
where's all of that at? So, and I just kind of like take advantage, what I'm saying, of that. And I always see a spark in every female that I do it to, whether or not if she's white, Puerto Rican, black, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I even do it to to the elderly, from a different race, just to see how taken aback they are. Like, oh wow, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah.
already know that I fit the stereotype that you don't expect that to come from. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So the
Hmm.
way that I carry myself, just because of my look, I use that as kind of like a, what I'm saying, a sparker. You know what I'm saying? And then, what I mean? So but
Yeah.
it's almost like the conversation that we had earlier. Social media has really done a number on everybody. And some a little bit less, some a little bit more. But yo,
Yeah.
social media is the devil, yo.
Well, I think social media has just done the best job of dividing us. Yet I think that media itself was always meant to divide us. There were these few times that we were allowed to come together, like the Cosby Show. That brought us together to begin to want to have that thing, right? And then there was an uptick in black marriages, the same way that there was back in the day. And then now you look at Kevin Samuels, and you mentioned him earlier, and these conversations that are happening in these spaces, it's the same thing. It could divide us, or it can bring us together.
Yo,
We have to make that decision.
I
His,
agree.
however you feel about the content, whatever, can you have a conversation based around it that can move the ball forward?
Mm, right,
In the
right.
same way that our youth are willing to look to move the ball forward. Um,
And you know what's crazy? I look, JP, I want to add this too.
mhm.
I never thought that that man's impact would, and it's so funny, right? Like watching him when he was, what's funny? I was watching him when he had 120,000 subs on YouTube. I literally
Yeah,
watched that man climb, yo. Like that shit is remarkable. And I remember
it is.
all of the expletives. You're gay. You hate black women. Who are you? You divorced. Who died and made you king? Like all of this
Yeah.
rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting back like, wow, yo. And I never thought that that man's impact would be even more powerfully felt even after he's now, you know what I'm saying, gone.
Well, I think that that's the beauty of who we are as people and what we need to focus more on, right? We don't need to focus on the life that you lived and the words that you said. We need to focus on what you created and what you left behind and whether or not that's impactful, right? So, this man created a family. He's got a child out there, at least one, if not more. He's got siblings, things, other stuff. He also created a conversation that people are continuing to have
Yeah,
in
that's right.
his absence.
That's right. You right.
So I have an issue with the way that some people are doing it, being excessively, going after the clickbait and whatever. Yet there are still other people having the conversation, and that's the more important thing. Um, we weren't doing this. We weren't capable of this. I wouldn't have been able to talk to you in this way, you know, 4 years ago, having the same conversations and understandings, right?
Look, I
We
wouldn't be
were
able to
able
do
to
this
witness.
either.
Right, and we weren't able to witness certain things to recognize that it really is. Now, do I believe that he would swing the narrative to make it work for his platform? Yes, but it was his platform, right? That's his choice. So, outside of that, did you find value? And like I said, he always made me call the men in my life. I called my dad, I called my sons. Hey, it don't, does this sound right? Can we talk about it? It encouraged me to be um more understanding of my cohort, my peer group, right? The people who are the same age as me but didn't get out the way that I did. I grew up and married military. I've been in, I don't know, at least 6 states. I've been to Germany twice, those things, the lived experiences. A lot of people my age didn't get to do that. So this interactions on social media, that's the first time you're going to come into contact with someone who looks like you but is from London or grew up the majority of their life in Japan.
That's right.
And maybe you don't know how to communicate at first, but
Right.
2 years into this, maybe you will. Maybe it'll take 3 years. Yet we can still do it. And that's the thing that I don't think that we're giving ourselves credit for. Yet again, we I'm 46. That means that we're not that I am the result of coming out of segregation, right? My lived experiences, what I watch, and the children that I raise are the results of that. How's it going? What could we do differently? I look at the Black Panther Party. I look at those who came before me way back in history to understand how we can move better. We are a new nation, not just America, but Black America is the newest of nations, right? We're not just Americans, and we don't address that enough. I apologize for proselytizing, but
Oh no, no, you
um,
good, you good. That's
you
peace.
know, well, I appreciate that. Well, I think that's the one of the things that I wanted to ask you or have a separate conversation with you is about how you came to the 5%. Why you don't talk about it as much as you said on the rail stream, I think. But how can we modernize the language so that more people can come to that universal understanding?
That's
It's
what
separate from doctrine to me. I mean, from religion to me.
it is. But I'm gonna say this. Wu Tang did a good job of modernizing it, but
Hmm.
but they didn't revolutionize the lay language. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like they introduced, you know what I'm saying, but they didn't capitalize off of it. Instead, they reverted back to a level of hip hop that abandoned where they came from, but still
Okay.
kept, you know what I'm saying, like certain essences and you know what's the word I'm looking for? Like different, iconic pieces of it.
Nuances.
Right. Exactly. So, you know, and and Nas, is a part of that Black Thought.
Hmm.
Guys like Papoose, Busta Rhymes, and what I mean, and so many others. But to answer you, which was asking me, um, you know, I still hold the lessons, value, what I mean, to my heart. So I don't have the sentiment of just giving the jewels away for free. And when I say for free, just spewing them out there. You know what I'm saying? Without giving somebody a certain type of discipline, in order to garner your own self, in order to gain piece by piece by piece by piece by piece. Because
Hmm.
when I gained the knowledge, I had to fast for 7 whole days. You know what I'm saying? No food, no water. And I did this in jail. My first
Wow.
bid, and I was 21 and get ready to turn 2022. That's when I first that's when I first grabbed, some the jewels. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Yes.
and I kept trying to beg. I kept trying to beg my, what I'm saying, elder guy. I was like, yo, come on, man, let me go ahead and have something, man. You over there. He had the flag on his arm. You know what I'm saying? And every time I see it, he be like, yo, peace, son. I'm like, yo, ain't your son. And he was
Hmm.
nah, he was like, I call you son cause you shine like one. And that always stuck with, you know what I mean? So it was like a swift, you know what I'm saying, word. I was like,
Hmm.
man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I never looked at that word the same. Even though, you know what I'm saying, it had the same connotation as S-O-N. Every time I heard it after that, it was S-U-N. So then I kept trying to like, hey, yo, son. And then,
Your mic went out again.
hold on, let me know if I'm
Welcome back, nephew.
okay,
Hey, Auntie.
okay,
You're still no, you're still low. It's like if somebody called you or you pulled out your mic.
What's that?
Nephew, do you know much about the 5%?
Yes, the 5%. The 5% is they are. I know they're part of the Islamic faith. Um, a lot of them were in New York. You know what I'm saying? Um, and some of them are affiliated with the Nation of Islam, but they're their own. They're their own part of Islam. You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
um, you know what I mean? They're, a lot of them call themselves the nations of the gods on earth. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, and I got a lot of respect for the brothers. I got a lot of family, and even a lot of people that associated my family that were 5%ers as well. So yeah, much love to them brothers and sisters for real. And what I love about them is they really are about our people, man.
Just teacher.
Yeah,
Amen. The poor righteous
yeah,
teachers. Shout out to the
they
nation
really
of
are
God's
about
on
our
earth.
people. They're about advancing our
Uh,
people. They're about teaching our people, knowledge and love and self respect. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And they're also about
Um,
defending our people. So yeah.
Amen. I again, like I said, I was military. I was also before I became Muslim, I was a 5%er. I have tattooed on my ankle an earth and an ankh because we three represent life. Over the years, I've gotten away from the mathematics and the jewels in that way. Yet I hold them close to my heart. We build on the positive and we destroy all negativity.
That's right.
So I've been walking that life. Like I said, there's, doctrine and then there's religion. That part of me isn't going to go away. I understand that. And yet there were some things about the nation that I just couldn't deal with. The devil speak was a bit too much for me after a while. The way that newborns, as they're called, have this habit of speaking in code for a while, that's really a nuisance. But I do enjoy building on almost anything yet when it comes to building on someone's spirit. That's why I asked you, Raziq, when we first met. I was like, is such and such a lifelong journey? And is that building on your spirit? And then, if so, is that not empathy? I think that because we come across these things in the way that we do, like you said, you came across the lessons in prison where you need to be more stoic. Yet, if we bring it to the younger generation who doesn't need to be stoic, they have been hit with a lot of things, right, in this world, but getting them to understand their spirit, knowledge of self, who they are, we can use the mathematics, the jewels for that, and use it in a way to help them to release their spirit, not to be putting it into gun violence, not to be putting it into dealing with terrible women like the one we saw earlier.
Right, right.
So that's my goal, right? How do we incorporate the language? Say we don't use the mathematics and the whatever, but how do we incorporate the understanding into the conversations that we're having through the generations?
That's a good question. That's a
Thank
good
you.
question.
I be trying over here in this little stream.
I'm, you
Big
know
stream.
what?
We're a big stream.
You know what? I'm gonna hold that dear to my heart, and what the answer is, we feel. I mean, I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? Nowhere, you know what I'm saying?
Your
So, I
mic,
mean,
brother. Your mic.
dang,
Yeah. It's something you just gotta lean forward, yeah.
this damn audio. Hold on, let me see if I.
Hey, but you know what? Let's just talk about it. You told me you came home and your homeboy had to help you understand how to use the damn thing. Look at you now. You're driving the truck. You're in here chit chatting at after 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Mark Harris, you're doing amazing things. So shout out to you, bruh, for learning new things in a space where a lot of people won't. So
Well, I mean,
I give you all the
I
credit.
can't, I can't stay stupid forever. Hold on, yo. Let me see if I can catch up my earbuds. Hold on one second.
Appreciate it. Mark Harris, thank you for joining us. Anyone else? Simma, you came in earlier. Let me just read your comment. You said, just stopping by before I go to sleep. It's 2:42 in New York City. Shout out to the East Coasters. Appreciate y'all. To
Shout out,
answer
shout
your
out.
survey, I say yes. A lot of times I've seen greatness in those who choose great words, but laziness and careless activity. Yeah, yeah, the easier the choosing the road most traveled, or where you're gonna definitely have somebody on the journey with you. seems to be the way to go. I say a lot of people like to commiserate rather than find a way to uplift folks on the journey. So yeah,
All right. How about now? Is this better?
fantastic.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right. Cool. All right. Damn technology. This shit is crazy. Nah, but uh, I think he was asking me something about when I had came home.
Well, no, I actually was asking you, how do we incorporate the
Oh yeah,
knowledge
yeah. That's
into a
right.
generational conversation?
Right. Like I said, I mean, and uh, that's a very difficult question to try to ask. I mean, or to answer. Um, it will definitely be um weighing on my heart. You know what I'm saying? There. Um, I don't. I think I think it would be rushed and irresponsible of me to say, yeah, I have an answer now because I don't. But
I appreciate that.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, a lot of people don't. A lot of people just try to be all fly by the seat of their pants and come up with any answer that they can. And I think that it's fair to say, hey, this one deserves a little bit more thought and processing. So I appreciate
Hell
that.
yeah, it does. Hell yeah, it does. I mean, and truly, um, wise men are always slow to speak. You know what I'm saying? So and I never had that attribute, especially when I first had came into the knowledge. I was so quick to chop dudes' heads off. Nah, man, you down cipher, yo. You don't know what you talking, yo, man. I was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and and just wisdom comes with that, with age and then experience and then learning that you can't debate everybody and everything is not to be debated. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Sometimes you just have to, you know, look at life like chess. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know anything about chess, nothing in chess is ever rushed. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's a very methodical and thought out game. You know what I'm saying? And and that's how I've learned over time. Especially when you be locked up, all you have is time to, you know what I'm saying, think and reflect and read and sleep and do it all over again. Wake up and do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? It's like Groundhog Day in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, um, yeah, you know, I'm a definitely and reflect though. Yeah, I'm gonna reflect. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. I think me and you kind of derailed the conversation away from the no jumper or what? Or was this all in the plan?
Auntie, you there? We can't hear you.
JP,
I'm
you
not sure.
go?
I think she's having
Yeah,
trouble connecting.
84. What happened? She
I don't know what happened to her.
she
I don't know what she's doing.
stuck in the matrix.
Literally.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
hey, speaking of which, yo, I saw that new Top Gun film yesterday. That shit was alright, bro.
It was cool.
Yeah, that shit was alright, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, the other one came,
yeah,
I think, what, 85, the first one? I was only
yeah.
1 year old when that came out, so.
Bro, I know one thing. I don't know how they do it, but they make Tom Cruise look like he ain't a day old.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
dude's 60 years old, man.
yeah, yo. Yeah,
That dude
it
older than
don't
my
even,
pops.
it don't even,
My pops only 59.
mm.
Okay, listen. Now I'm gonna need y'all to learn how to watch the private chat. I said I would be right back, and then here y'all go. I was not stuck in the matrix. I
Sorry,
was stuck
sorry.
in the potty. I'm back.
Oh, so you did hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, she heard that.
I did too. Take a pause for a call. Listen, I'll either take these headphones or I take the phone with me so I can know what's there because I have to maintain control of my platform at all times. I trust Brother Best and I appreciate you. And you asked whether or not we derailed the conversation from no jumper. Really, no, and yes, because what I do is this: have the conversation. I just use that to bring us into dialogue. We start out with theme songs, checking on how's your spirit. Sometimes I never get into the videos at all. We do theme songs, and then someone says, "JP, I got some shit to talk about."
Right.
So it's really just I came into this space to vlog, to tell my story about my journey, what had happened, what had happened with my cousin, and then now my own personal experiences. Yet along the way, I came across Darrell Long and a couple of other people. Who encouraged me to keep doing this thing. And then, you don't know this. I had some experiences back in February that changed my life. Um, and I see things differently. So I'll continue to hold this space open for these conversations. Sometimes I match energies, and people might be on a relationship type of a journey, or just an opportunity to know new people and have new experiences. That's been my life. My role, either as a chef, a daycare owner, a military kid, just I did this like sitting at a cafeteria table in Germany with like an Indian, I'm sorry, a Pakistani kid, a girl from Sweden, a German dude, and some other folks. Like that was my lived experience. So to be able to have these conversations in these spaces and find out what you did and what Mr. Best did and April Carter with her bunny twerking self. That's the joy,
You,
you
you
know.
know, I just came. I told Daryl earlier today we was on the phone talking, and I said, I was in Anton's uh Patreon group, right? And
Hmm.
and I stayed in there for probably about, I think it was about 2.5 months, and I got in when it was $9. You know what I'm saying? Now it's set up 15, right? And I told Daryl, I was like, man, I was like, you know what? Um, I started to like dissect the videos in a way, like, so for example, right? Um, I don't know if you know, but Raziq means provider of livelihood. Okay, the ILM is Arabic for knowledge. That's the Arabic word for knowledge. Now,
Okay.
in the 5%, right? You know what I'm saying? The foundation of knowledge is to know, look, listen, learn, and then observe. You know what I'm saying? Everything on a 360-degree playing field. It is also to know your ledge. So if you remember in which you was taught, to know your ledge is your
That's a
four.
Rakim, Airbnb Rakim song too.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Know that ledge, yeah. So it's 490-degree angles, you know what I'm saying, that compose of a cipher, right? So I was actually given that attribute. That was my first attribute. Um, After I mastered Supreme Math.
Mm.
So after and I say that to say this, when I was watching Anton's, you know what I'm saying, videos, I would literally like take screenshots and try to zoom in because he has a bookshelf of how he films, and I
Uh-huh.
was trying to peep the books that he was reading. So I
Hmm.
told my
Wait,
brother, I was like,
Raziq,
"Go, I'm
Raziq,
sorry,
stay right there, stay right there, stay
yes sir,
right on that point. We're not
I
moving.
got you,
Stay
I got
right there.
you, I got you."
Now, I was on somebody else's stream, and Auntie, you gonna love this because you always talk about this building a community, right? I was on somebody else's
Hmm.
stream. I'm not gonna say who. It was a content creator, and they are of the belief of, let's say, they are a Christian of belief, right? They don't call themselves a Christian. They are a
Hmm.
Christian belief, right? And they were telling me, they said that people who believe different views, we can't come together and be united. Yet this man, who is other 5% nature, has a Patreon of a man who's a Christian and is learning stuff from him. So if that can't show you that people can be united, it can happen. It can definitely
Indeed.
happen. It can.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And it did. He just manifested it. You know what I mean? That came to life. He's learning from this man. So it can be achieved, and it is being achieved. You know what I mean? But when we
Indeed.
sit here and we act like it can't happen, that's what causes more division. You know what I'm saying? Because I always say everybody has a piece of the puzzle. Raziq got his piece that he can give to me. I got my piece I can give to him. JP got her piece. Everybody got a piece. Everybody in the chat got their piece. We are not the puzzle. We are a piece of the puzzle, and we got to give to each other and learn from each other. So
That's right.
unity can happen. If this unity can happen, unity can damn sure happen as well. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? So we got to see it that way. And Auntie, you always talk about that. You always talk about build a community and us not judging each other and cutting each other head off based on what we believe or don't believe. So yeah, and I definitely always stress that point. Most definitely.
Agreed. You're definitely right. I do talk about community and coming together as we are figuring out how we can grow in the journey. You said that you saw some books in
Oh yeah. So
Anton's.
right. So as I used to be like watching his videos, you know what I'm saying? I first caught your notice of him having a bookshelf in the back. So the way he be like doing his videos, at times he'll have like a side shot and then you know what I'm saying? So I took a screenshot and I zoomed in. I was like, yo, is that a Tony Robbins book? So at this time, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was deep into like 19 Keys, Earn Your Leisure, Ian Dunlap, you know what I'm saying? I even and then I tried to I actually had paid for the trap the Wall Street Trapper course. Now,
Mhm.
all right, so before I get on the answer, let me tell you what happened with that, right? So I paid $80 to get the little bundle pack that Wall Street Trapper